We have heard countless times that Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige was a huge fan of The Runaways and was set to greenlight the film and start production. We never knew how close they got. Well, thanks to the brand new book, MCU The Reign of Marvel Studios, we know that they were literally set to start production before Marvel Entertainment stole the characters. So with the book providing us more insight in regards to what Marvel Studios was doing with the MCU, we recently learned that a full-scale development of The Runaways started in May of 2008, right when Iron Man 1 released. But the film project was in development years prior to that in terms of pitching ideas and coming up with the concepts, along with some other characters like Kazar and Iron Fist, characters Kevin Feige really wanted in the MCU. The project would continue to evolve, and ultimately it would be scrapped one day, and this came out of nowhere and as a shock to the writer of the film, Drew Pearce. We then learned that Marvel Studios had to scrap it and focus on something else, and this something else that they picked was Guardians of the Galaxy. But that's not the end of it. The story takes an interesting turn when we find out that the Runaways already had a production name, aka Smallface. A full-on production office was set up in San Francisco. They even had the logo of the film, and Marvel Studios was literally ready to go on the thing. They were just about to start. This was intended to be a kickoff to introducing younger characters into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and tying them in with upcoming projects and characters that they were trying to get a hold of, for example, the likes of Spider-Man, and trying to get Cloak and Dagger off of the ground, which Marvel Studios was also interested in. But it turns out when Marvel Entertainment, Ike Perlmutter and Jeff Loeb, were able to start embargoing things under the Marvel Entertainment Marvel TV brand, that's exactly what they did. And all of these characters were essentially stolen out of development that Marvel Studios had done. So the likes of the Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, even Daredevil were all literally ripped out of the MCU, and Marvel Studios couldn't do anything with them. Really unfortunate. I mean, I've talked about it here plenty of times. I absolutely loved The Runaways. If it was considered like MCU canon, it would be in my top 10 projects easily. I love everything about it. I'm gonna be real with you. And when it comes to the comics, the original Runaways run is in my top 5 favorite comic runs of all time. So I'm quite bummed that we never got this, but at the same time, it's a what-if scenario, and hopefully the Runaways can come back. The show honestly feels like it could perfectly fit in the MCU, and if you were to just bring it back, all those same actors, age them up, I think it would perfectly work. But something tells me that if we ever get them again, they're just going to be straight up rebooted again, which would be unfortunate, but I get why.